my name is Yami Shruti, and today I'm going to present about the introduction. Let's see. Business ethics refers to a moral principle that guides how business make decisions and treat customers, employees, and society. So, like example, today consumers are more concerned about their environment issues such as pollutions, climate changes, and resource depletion. Because of this, many people choose eco-friendly products like reusable bags, organic foods, and electric vehicles. So overall this, however, research shows that buying a green products may sometimes lead to moral licensing where people feel they have something good and later just justify less ethical or less environment friendly behavior. So our presentation will discuss that this concept and its impact and consumers, how green team firm looks on it. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Mishani Roban and my matrix number is 012025091820. This case study is about buying green consumer behavior. As environmental awareness continues to increase, many consumers choose green products such as organic food, fair trade coffee, reusable shopping bags, and energy efficient appliances. These products are often associated with ethical values and environmental responsibilities. Because of these, people who buy green products are generally viewed as more responsible, caring, and environmentally conscious. To examine whether the purchasing green products actually encourages ethical behavior, researchers Nina Mazar and Chen Bo-zong conducted several studies. They expected that consumers who bought environmentally friendly products would continue to behave ethically in other situations. However, the results were surprising. The researchers found that some consumers who purchased green products were actually less likely to help others, more likely to cheat, and more likely to act selfishly when they believed they would not be caught. This behavior is explained by a psychological concept called moral listening. Moral listening means that after doing one good deed, such as buying environmentally friendly product, people may feel they have earned the right to make less ethical decisions afterward. For example, consumers who voluntarily bought reusable shopping bags were more likely to buy green products. However, they were also more likely to purchase indulgent products such as cakes, cookies, and ice cream. This shows that buying one ethical product does not always lead to ethical behavior in other situations.
Hi, my name is Shalini and I would be presenting the discussion question number 1. So the first question that was given to me was beyond green consumption, what other types of products might bring about similar kinds of moral licensing effects? And can you think of instances in your own life when your purchase choices have licensed for you to make decisions that were less than ethically ideal? So I have to explain that my answer as well. So, apart from the use of green products, there are other kinds of products that could trigger the same effect. These products include fair trade products, cruelty free cosmetics, charity related products. And local products and health related products like gym subscription or healthy foods. So, purchasing such products triggers the feeling of having done something good or high or right already. So, as a result, one becomes justified in engaging in unethical or irresponsible behavior. For instance, purchasing charity related products while shopping might result in buying something luxurious or indulging oneself later at the expense of others. And this is a problem that I can relate to in my own life. For instance, whenever I go out of my way to eat healthy food or buy eco-friendly products, at times I get a feeling of having earned myself some sort of reward, and I end up buying unhealthy junk or splurging more on things I do not even need. While this is not an ethical dilemma that could be regarded as very severe, it demonstrates the way in which taking up one good deed makes one more comfortable with making another decision that is less responsible. So, in conclusion, the case study has highlighted that although there are certain benefits that may arise from purchasing environmentally friendly or ethical products, one should keep in mind that there is a psychological phenomenon which makes people use their good deeds to rationalize bad decisions in the future. Ethical behavior should be maintained consistently. So that will be all from me. Thank you very much.
Now I will move to discussion question 2. The question has asked whether moral licensing affects all green consumers in the same way. Our answer is no. We believe that the moral licensing does not affect every consumer equally because different people have different backgrounds, values, and motivations. Firstly, demographic factors such as age, education level, and income can influence consumer behavior. For example, consumers with higher environmental knowledge or education are more likely to continue making ethical decisions because they understand the long-term importance of protecting the environment. Secondly, psychographic factors such as personal values, attitudes, personality, and lifestyle also play an important role. Consumers who genuinely care about the environment are more likely to behave ethically even after buying green products. On the other hand, consumers who purchase green products mainly to improve their image, follow trends, may be more likely to experience moral licensing and justify less ethical behavior afterward. For example, someone who buys an electric vehicle because they truly want to reduce carbon emissions is likely to continue recycling and saving energy. However, someone who buys the same vehicle only to appear environmentally friendly may later feel justified making wasteful or unnecessary purchases. Therefore, we conclude that moral licensing is not a universal behavior. It depends on each consumer's values, motivations, education, and lifestyle. Business should therefore encourage genuine environmental responsibility rather than simply promoting the purchase of green products. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I will explain why Mazar and Chong discovered this unexpected result. The main reason is a psychological effect called moral licensing. This happens when people feel that after doing one good deed, they have earned the right to behave less ethically later. For example, someone who buys eco-friendly or organic products may feel they have already contributed to the society or the environment. Because of this, they may feel less guilty about making selfish or unhealthy choices afterward. Another reason is that many people see ethical purchases as part of their identity instead of maintaining ethical behavior constantly. Buying an eco-friendly product gives them the feeling of being a good person. But that does not always lead to an ethical action in other situations. For example, customers who choose to use reusable bags were more likely to reward themselves with treats like cookies or ice cream, which made of a plastic. If this effect disappears because customers no longer view it as a personal moral choice. This shows that feeling of choice and personal credit influences future behavior. In conclusion, Mazar and Chong's research teaches us that doing one good deed should not be used as an excuse for unethical behavior later. True ethical behavior means consistently making the right choices, not treating good deeds like normal moral credit.
Let's start with question 4. Okay. Question is, what steps can be taken to help minimize or mitigate moral licensing effects among green consumers? Let's see the first point. Okay. The first point is promote continuous sustainable behavior. Like example, we can encourage people to make sustainability a daily habit, not just one-time action. Like for example, buying a reusable bottle should be followed by reducing plastic use every day. Second is avoid greenwashing. Companies should provide truthful information about their environmental claims, so that it could help consumers make informed decision and build trust among them. Third is honest marketing. Like example, business should focus on educating customers instead of making them feel they don't have done enough by buying one green product. So that sustainability living in is an among commitment. The fourth is reward recycling and eco-friendly action. Like example, governments and companies can offer incentives such as recycling rewards or loyalty points for sustainability behavior among the peoples, so that this encourages people to continue acting responsibility. So the fifth point is increasing public awareness through education. And like example, schools, campaigns, social media can educate people about moral licensing, so that when consumer understand this psychological effect, they are more likely to maintain consistently ethically behavior. So from this fourth question, I like to conclude everything that reducing moral licensing requires cooperation between consumers and also business and also governments by encouraging continuous sustainability habits, honest communication, education, so that we can help people make environmental responsible choose consistently rather than only occasionally. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Is Keshni Selvakumar and my metric number is 0120250916662. So now I'm going to present about the question 5. If I were a brand manager of a green product, I would focus on encouraging long-term sustainable behavior instead of promoting just one purchase. First, I would use honest marketing to highlight the product real environment benefits. And the second, encourage customer to continue eco-friendly habits such as recycle, reduce waste, and saving energy. The third, offer reward for sustainable actions to build long-term customer engagement. And the final one, avoid greenwashing and provide truthful information to build trust and promote environmental awareness. Green marketing should inspire customers to make sustainable choice every day, not just buy one green product. Last thing is conclusion. Buying green products does not always lead to ethics behavior because some consumer may experience moral lessening and feel justified in making less ethics choices afterward. Whether consumer continue acting sustainable depends on their value, awareness, and lifestyles. Therefore, companies should not only sell eco-friendly products but also encourage long-term sustainable habits. Green marketing should build responsibility, consumers protect the environment and create a more sustainable future. Thank you.